Because very many allegations have been made, I would like to hear from Henry, who is from UMEME. You've heard what the MP has said. What's your response to the issues she's raising?
Thank you very much. I won't begin by responding to the Honourable Member of Parliament because that would, in my opinion, be chasing the wrong wind. I'd like to thank you first and foremost for this show. It gives us an opportunity to engage our parliamentarians, something that we do not get when we go before the committee, because you are spoken to and not engaged in debate. When we went before the committee, we were introduced to the head of CID, who was on standby to arrest us. So the environment is not always very conducive. So,
and we guarantee.
So this show is excellent because I know Honourable Betty very well, and at least now I'm in a sense of confidence I can engage her in debate, which I intend to do.
And we guarantee that on our parliament you can say whatever your stand is and no one will arrest you. Yes, Henry, since you're here, what is your stand?
I'm going to do. Yes. And secondly, I'd like to appreciate the ad hoc committee. They did a very extensive job, and I know that we were victims. We're not the original cause for that whole committee to be set up. I'm not sure whether viewers and the guests in the show are aware that it was, I think, Honourable Nsereko who said that a committee must be set up to investigate why government was spending 33 billion shillings a month on thermal power.
Yes, it was.
That was the original thing, and then eventually the committee made a decision to go through the whole sector.
No, it was the Speaker who gave the terms of reference. And therefore, Parliament adopted that we cannot only look at subsidies, we have to look at the whole sector.
Okay, I appreciate that correction.
Yes, there had been a problem in the public, and Honourable Nsereko at that time, and he still is the Member of Parliament for Kampala Central, brought the issue up on the floor of Parliament. And the Speaker came up with an ad hoc committee, and terms of reference were given, and it was on the basis of those terms of reference that the ad hoc committee came up with this very big document. Now, Henry, this very big document says so many things about UMEME, and the MP here has highlighted some of those issues.
Absolutely.
UMEME should surely have a response to that.
And I do have a response. Yeah. And the problem that we have is that we're dealing with something that is an integral part of our lives, and electricity is an extremely emotive issue. And I'd like people to separate the emotion and maybe your own personal experience that you may have had with UMEME and look at the situation that we're in. Jesse Jackson, when running for president in 1988, said, "You see me running for the White House, you don't see the house I'm running from." And I think we need to see where we have come from. When the government made the decision to unbundle what was then UEB, it was because the sector was on its knees. Government was financing UEB. So the government made a decision, if we break up this thing and privatize the front end, which is distribution, privatize the back end, which is generation, and retain the transmission part of it. Now, by privatizing the front end, one aspect that no one really takes a lot of notice about is UMEME has improved, amongst everything else, the collection of revenue. What that has done, it has attracted people to invest in the back end of the business, which is generation. You see a lot of debate about who is going to build Karuma, who is going to build Ayago, and the other dams. And that is making Uganda an attractive destination of investment. On the 15th of every month, without fail, UMEME remits over 70 billion shillings to Uganda Electricity Transmission Company to pay for the power that we have supplied you, our customers. And because of that reliability, since 2005, that we have been making this payment, Bujagali is relaxed because they know that UMEME has paid UETCL, so we shall recover our investment. Now, this chain that we have is working so well that the Tanzanian government has been sending delegations here to look at this system. We hosted the Minister of Liberia. Liberia is also considering it, and Nigeria is also considering it. Yes, we have got issues of customer service to address. Yes, we have got to improve the time of response. But look at where we are today. Sitting in Lugogo is a team of people who work 24 hours a day because we have visibility. We know every line that goes off when it goes off. Those are things that you don't want to see because you want your lights on. If your lights are on, you really don't care. The minute the lights come off, everybody's screaming. But we have come from a period of extensive darkness in this country to a period where we have incidences of darkness. And that is a tremendous, tremendous change.